Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick update here for Gala. We are going to dive into the daily and the 4-hour time frame, kind of talk a little bit about potential pullback, but also further increase on different time frames because we got a couple of different case scenarios here. So make sure you stick around through the end. It'll be a quick little update, but we want to talk about some of these liquidity levels. I think it's really important. So if you're new to the channel, keep in mind I'm not a financial advisor. Love to teach people to trade. You can learn something here today, of course. Happy to hear it. Please like the video if you could, and obviously comment below. Let me know what your position is on Gala. Furthermore, too, thank you for the wonderful feedback from my community members. This no KYC, no VPN exchange, Bitunix is phenomenal. They've been helping our community out tremendously. So thank you again so much for the feedback there from my community members. But ultimately, if you're not part of this, be sure to jump on board. Some significant benefits await. I also have a tutorial link down below if you're kind of curious how to utilize the exchange. So what we want to talk about here is on the daily. Simple stuff here. We are above the 200-day SMA, running concurrent with the trend line here. We're still very bullish on this coin. Okay, we came down yesterday to wick down, but closed above, still in great shape. And we can see RSI and money flow index are all still within that sweet spot. We've got a MACD convergence, but we diverged 2 days ago. I don't trust this right now because it's too tight for the most part. So until we have an official breakthrough, I'm going to kind of disregard that on the larger time frames. But we do want to look at it on the 4-hour time frame. So let's quickly acknowledge here the MACD is still converging, still got tremendous amount of momentum. This is the best time frame to utilize, okay? Furthermore, we got a significant amount of increase in volume in the last 48 hours. Money flow index is extremely high. RSI is coming up closer to 70. Those are all very, very bullish and good qualities. We're above all moving averages here on the 4-hour. And if we take a look at some fair value gap, you can see there is one right now we just had filled. We've got a little bit of liquidity left above here, but it's pretty much all said and done. So we swept that upper liquidity level. And also the previous one too, by the way. We swept that just a couple days ago here on Friday. So ultimately, looking to be in very good shape. You do got to recognize there's tons of value down here with the liquidity levels that haven't been swept yet. So I would not be surprised we do see a sweep of that level now that we've continued to grab this upper level here. Again, we want to look at a few things, but if you do look at the 4-hour 8 on TD sequential, basically tells us we've seen about 32 hours of continuation. Okay. Typically, most continuations run a good 36 to 72 hours. So we could be halfway through this phase, but generally speaking, Gala is really good about turning itself around after it hits a 9. Okay, so you can kind of see a couple of scenarios there where it's done that. Every time we hit a 9, it consolidates or pulls back. So we're at an 8 right now. Hypothetically, we should see some kind of a pullback. Okay. Again, that's just based on overextension. If we look at everything else, it's truly bullish. So again, which one matters the most? All the other stuff honestly is a little bit more contributing. It is all well and good to be overextended, but that doesn't mean much at all on bullish runs. And this coin does look like it wants to break out. Okay, so if we take a look at Elliott Wave, this does anticipate that with this being a higher high, essentially, we had our higher low, and we're due for one more higher high. So if we do break above I'm going to round up and say 2.7, then we could see somewhere in the range of 3.1 as a possibility. Okay, that 0.618 level is a common occurrence. Let's take a quick look at the Ichimoku Cloud and confirm we are on the right side of the tracks here, because it is important to understand roughly where you're at there. This is a confirming factor that I utilize for taking positions. It does say we have a green light to leave our long position open, but with this lagging span being close to the price action, I don't trust it, honestly. I'd prefer not to take a long right now, even though it seems appropriate. Okay, so what I recommend doing, of course, is just waiting a little bit longer, wait for some confirmation. We can get a solid close today and tomorrow about 2.62 or higher. We'd be in decent shape. I'd much rather a closure above 2.7, but beggars can't be choosers. So I'm curious what your thoughts are here. What do you think is going to happen next? To me personally, I think that we are due for somewhat of a pullback, even though everything looks very nice. This coin is known for pretty massive corrections, and I would just urge caution if you're using high leverage, high position sizing. You can circumvent that by using low leverage, first of all, but second of all, just adjust your stop loss higher as you continue to go in further into profit. Folks forget to do that. They just kind of jump in, let it ride and come back later, and all your profits are gone. Okay, so secure profits, move your stop loss higher as the price goes up. If we do break through this level and close above, there's a decent chance we could continue. But for right now, it doesn't feel like it's going to blast off. I just think there's this is still something we're missing here. All this liquidity here, honestly, concerns me because we have officially swept the upper levels, and now these are going to be targets here. Okay, these are going to be some targets on our back. So just know, while the price may not drop all the way down as low as 1.8, that's still a possibility with as much value as we see here. Okay? So just know liquidity is a very real thing. The bottom line, though, is you got to understand, too, we're still ascending positively until we break below this ascending trend. I don't think we should really worry a whole heck of a lot. So again, sky is not falling. Still more potential to continue a little bit higher. But just know, shadow of a doubt at the back of your mind, there is definitely some significant value down below here, the price action, that could be swept. Okay, just be mindful of that. Again, if Bitcoin drops to 37, 36, sorry, more like 35, 36,000, then we will see a massive correction from Gala. Just be mindful of that. Okay, so pay attention to Bitcoin. Watch my Bitcoin videos daily if you're curious. I definitely analyze that consistently. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.